Hi folks, this is my husband George.
This is my wife Anamika.
And we are the RV empty nesters and still happily married. So we're here to talk to you today about all things electric. All right folks, so here we are going over electric. Here are a lot of doodads that you may or may not be familiar with. So the first item George's going to show us is the actual 50 amp hookup that goes directly from your camper to a 50 amp hookup. Many RV campsites have a 50 amp hookup. What's the next thing there in your line?
We got a surge protector.
Oh, we highly recommend you use that at any campsite that you're going to, no matter what the amp and wattage is. What if I only have a 30 amp hookup at the campsite?
You get a connector that's 50 to 30 amp.
All right, and then you can also take that and add a converter so that you can plug it into your home electricity. This is a little converter that goes on your 30 amp and you can connect it directly to your extension cord.
And it plugs into your home socket.
So here we are. George is going to do the 50 amp hookup from the camper for your campsite. And this could be a bit of a bear, especially when it's cold weather. This black cable is very hard to handle, but you do want to make sure and screw that in really good and tight so you have a waterproof connection. Now you could connect immediately to your 50 amp at your campsite, but we strongly, again, encourage you to use that surge protector. So you would use that 4-prong connection to the 4-prong connection, and there you would have your surge protector ready for your 50 amp service. Now say you're at a 30 amp campsite, so what you do is you take that 4-prong from the surge protector to the 4 prongs of the 50 to 30 converter, connect that. Now you have 3 prongs, so you can connect to a 30 amp service. Now to connect to your house, we're going to use the 3-prong receiver to the 3 prongs on the 30 amp. Now you have the extension cord 3-prong that you can now plug this into your house. Now George, if you'll show them how the surge protector comes off of the main line, please, because that's got a really good doodad right there that you just, it's a little bit of a beast. You gotta have a little muscle behind it, but it will allow you to get that off without having to pull anything. And same thing on the bottom half. All right. And this would not be complete without showing you how we carried about all of our electrical pieces. So on our first travel trailer, we were having a storage issue. So we used a whole bunch of these black Rubbermaid containers and we put everything in there. So we had one for electric, one for sewer, yada, yada, blah, blah. And what we did is we put these in the back of our pickup truck, and then we had one of those bed covers that locked and it fit perfectly. Now we can just put this in the front of our 5th wheel and it works great. So here we are at the very end of our video and we have a question for you. Of all these items that we showed you, which one of these do you think will routinely come with your camper when you buy a new camper from your dealer? It's the one that George is holding. This is the 50 amp beast of a line. And most of the time when you purchase a new camper, this will be the one item that'll be supplied most of the time. Some dealers will go ahead and provide you with the additional converters and surge protectors. So just check with your dealer, find out, because this is something that you'll want to be sure and budget for. You can find these things at your RV dealership, other types of camping supply stores, and of course online. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and we hope this was helpful.